party, the topic of conversation eventually turns to drinking stories. As someone who went to a party school, I have a lot of those. I end up telling my best stories. The problem, though, is that I've told them so often that I don't remember who I've told. And so my friends keep hearing the same stories over and over. So the next time someone asks, "What are your craziest drunk stories?" I'm just gonna redirect them to this video. The weekend before my junior year of college started, my friends and I were at this house party. It was your typical college house party. Rundown house, blaring music, and a dingy basement with a keg and a beer pong table. After several beers, it was my friend and I's turn at beer pong. We were playing the reigning champs, who were these cocky bros that were already plenty drunk. I may not come across like it, but I am a pretty competitive person, and drinking only enhances that competitiveness. It also kills your hand-eye coordination. And so after several rounds, my friend and I had to concede to the reigning champs. I was feeling pretty salty, and it didn't help that our opponents were rubbing it in our faces, talking about how women don't have the athletic skills for beer pong and blah 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 blah. My friends decided to leave, which was a good idea because I would have done something stupid if those guys had kept talking. What I did after that was even stupider. My friends and I are walking outside the house, where other drunk people are milling around. Standing on the lawn, I can see a window into the basement. Through the window, I can see the cocky bros have taken on new opponents, and one of the guys was in the middle of his turn. I thought it would be funny to distract him by tapping on the window. Simple, harmless tapping, right? Since it was a basement window, it was quite low to the ground, and my drunk brain was thinking, this would be easier to tap with my foot. I didn't even feel my foot going through the window. It was like a hot knife going through butter. Smooth and easy. My brain was still trying to register the shattered glass when my friend grabbed me and said, "Walk away quickly, don't run." So, very inconspicuously, my friends and I pushed past the other drunk people on the lawn, and we walked as quickly as we could without running, trying to put as much distance as we could between us and the house party. I was young and dumb, and if I hadn't forgotten where the house was, I would have returned there the next morning and offered to pay for the window repair. Most of my best drunk stories happen around my college friends, and this one is no exception. Several months ago, my friend had her bachelorette party in Chicago. We roomed together in college, so it was basically a great excuse for us college friends to get together and drink like we were 21 again. We started the night at a drag show, where I had to wear this outfit. Don't ask. We pounded shot after shot, and by the end of the show, we were quite drunk. After the show, my friends and I headed to a bar down the street, where my friend immediately got us a round of shots. After throwing that back, someone quickly got us another round, and suddenly I had another shot in my hand. At that point, a fuzzy voice inside my head was like, "Aren't you supposed to wait at least 15 minutes before taking another shot?" But everyone else started throwing back their shots, and my drunk brain was like, "Yeah, that looks like a good idea." It was not a good idea. Right after I downed my shot, I could feel my dinner coming back up my throat. Before I could warn anyone, I had projectile vomited onto the bar. Even though my friends were plenty drunk, they sprung into action like trained professionals. 2 pairs of hands grabbed me and pulled me into the bathroom to clean me off. Miraculously, I had spilled nothing on my shirt, so I was in and out of the bathroom in seconds. I was feeling a little better at that point, but I wanted to get some air. So my friend joined me as I stepped out of the bar and into the brisk Chicago night. We're standing by this brick wall, both pissed drunk, having what I think is a really deep, intellectual conversation. In reality, it probably sounded like, "But, like, how great is Taylor Swift? Oh my god, Tay-Tay is bae." In the middle of our conversation, I can feel more of my dinner coming up, so I turn and vomit at the wall. Then I turn back to my friend and continue the conversation like nothing happened. This happens 3 more times. We talk, I take a break to vomit, and then we resume talking. Finally, after I can vomit no more, I start to get a little cold. So my friend and I try to return to the bar, but the bouncer gets in our way. He points his finger at me and says, "No, not you. You're not coming in." And I go, "Dude, I don't want to drink anymore. I just want to step inside so I can warm up my hands." And he's all, "Nope, you're not coming in. Turn around." So I had to stay outside until my friends realized that I was gone, which thankfully wasn't that long. And that's the story of how I got kicked out of a gay bar. And that's not even my best story. If you want to hear what that is, I have some good news for you. I was recently featured on One Time Stories, a YouTube storytelling series curated by Leslie of Leslie Found Her Grail. The theme of this episode was drunk stories, so if you want to hear my best story, you can go check out that video. In other video news, if you follow me on Twitter, then you'll know that I recently got to write an episode for our friends at How to Adult. My name is in the credits of a video that, as of this filming, has over 7,000 views, which blows my mind. So if you want to go check that out, you can go watch that on How to Adult. Lastly, I made a video for Nerdfighters Info, a channel that features different creators every week as they vlog on a particular theme. The theme of my video is first favorite things, so if you want to watch me throw it back 90s style, you can watch it on Nerdfighters Info. I want to take this moment to say a huge thank you to you for supporting this video thing I do. I've had some bad weeks and I've had some good weeks, and through it all, this has been here. You have been here. It means a lot to know that you care about what I do here, so thank you. Thank you for watching. If you have any drunk stories or general college stories that you'd like to share, I would love to hear them. I'll be hanging out in comments if you want to chat. How great is Taylor Swift? I cannot act drunk for the camera.